I can't even begin to express the level of frustration this film incited within me in just those few minutes. It's beyond disappointing, honestly, because I was such a die-hard fan of the original 2010 Megamind movie. That film stood out as a beacon of creativity where the villain transcended into the hero, and it was refreshing, at least for me in my younger days. But this disappointment of a film had me questioning why I even bothered. Although I opted not to continue watching beyond the first 5 minutes, I can still offer some insights based on my initial observations of the film. The animation quality was a downgrade from the original Megamind, featuring simplistic character designs and lackluster visual effects, leaving it feeling stiff and stale. The discrepancy was jarring, leaving lingering images that deterred me from continuing to watch. There was a noticeable downgrade in character designs compared to the original Megamind. The details were less intricate, with fewer wrinkles in clothing, smoother textures on skin, and less nuanced facial expressions. The movement seemed stiff and jerky, lacking the fluidity and expressiveness of the original. And don't even get me started on the lighting effects. They were all flat and lifeless, like they were lifted straight from a cheap mobile game. The backgrounds lacked detail, resembling flat painted textures, rather than offering depth and visual interest. I'm confident that this film had a comparable budget to its predecessor, yet it's disheartening to witness the animation quality resembling that of a low-budget cartoon show. Looking back at it, the animation quality reminded me of a show called Miraculous Ladybug. Wait, hold on, let me look something up. Overall, the film lacked the visual engagement and polish of its predecessor, potentially detracting from the overall storytelling experience for viewers. And to think this came from the same studio responsible for masterpieces like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Bad Guys, How to Train Your Dragon, and Kung Fu Panda. Disgusting! Perhaps the most unforgivable scene was the absence of the original voice cast, which I immediately picked up on. Where was Will Ferrell's iconic voice bringing Megamind to life? And Minion, that didn't sound like David Cross. I could tell from the very first syllable. It was like they couldn't even be bothered to get the basics right. It just didn't feel right not hearing the original voices of the characters, because that was part of what made the original film so memorable. In the opening scene, Megamind delivers a speech after accepting the key to the city, while Minion approaches Roxanne to express his disappointment. He confides in her about his belief that Megamind had changed, only to realize that he is still treated poorly. Really? The whole subplot of Megamind treating Minion like, well, a minion. We've already been through that. Megamind already went through this character development in the first film, where he learned to be heroic, selfless, and to respect Minion. So why are we backtracking now? Throughout the first film, we witnessed Megamind's character evolution. Initially portrayed as a narcissistic individual, solely focused on his own desires, as the story unfolded, we discovered his vulnerability and longing for love and acceptance. His journey showcased moments of regret and genuine apologies to those who he had wronged. By the climax, we saw him selflessly risking his life to confront the consequences of his past actions. So why does the sequel attempt to undermine his growth by implying that he hasn't changed? I was genuinely shocked when I found out this film even existed. It's like they didn't even bother to market it. Well, after turning the film off and closing my laptop, I decided to watch the trailer. And it got me thinking, where were the Doom Syndicate during Megamind's battle with Metro Man? Didn't they all watch the events of Megamind vs Titan unfold in Metro City? If they are in fact his crew, why didn't they interfere in his fight against Titan, since Titan literally swore to kill him and an innocent woman on live broadcast? DreamWorks or whoever is responsible for this mess needs to own up to their mistake and issue a public apology. They owe us that much for subjecting us to this insult to the original Megamind. And you know what? That's not even enough.
Nay, I demand penance. You must atone for what you've done. Now apologize!